What is aperture? We can expose an image to light by controlling how long the camera shutter stays open for, and by controlling how big of an opening the light has to pass through in order to reach the light sensor at the back of the camera. Aperture deals with this second one. The size of a lens's aperture, or iris, is described in f-stops. But f-stops go up in number as the size of the iris decreases, and this can be confusing. Why is it that larger f-stops represent a smaller iris? What is an f-stop anyway? We know that lenses are named after their focal length, which is always stated in millimeters, and is usually marked on the side of the lens itself. An f-stop is usually written as f/1.4 or f/9.0. This measurement can also be expressed as f divided by 1.4 or f divided by 9.0, where f stands for the focal length of the lens. The quotient of f divided by 1.4 or f divided by 9.0 or any other aperture setting is the actual diameter of the iris opening itself. Let me show you what I mean. Right now we're looking down a 50mm lens. The iris is at f4. To adjust the aperture, I'm going to press and hold the AV button on the back of the camera while I scroll the shutter speed dial to the right. I'll bump our f-stop up to f22, which is the smallest aperture I can go to. Now our aperture has shrunk from f divided by 4.0, which in our case meant 50mm divided by 4.0, or 12.5mm in diameter, all the way down to 50mm divided by 22, or what is roughly 2.27mm in diameter. If you could take out a tiny ruler and measure the actual iris from side to side, at f22 it would be 2.27mm across. So because f-stops actually represent the ratio between the focal length of a lens and a given number, the higher that second number is, the smaller the opening will be. Watch again what happens when I scroll our aperture down from f22 to f1.8. The size of the iris increases as our f-stop decreases because we're dividing the focal length number by smaller and smaller numbers. The size of your aperture not only influences exposure, but depth of field, and we'll cover that in our next video.